Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time you just so happen to click on the video. Welcome back to the offices of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated. We're in the West Wing, we're in Hold My Nugget Studios. Who am I? Well, I just happen to be the founder, the CEO, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. And we have come here to deliver to you what was long overdue. Not as long overdue as last year when we posted it prior to the start of the 2018 season. But today, all right, it is Chiseled Adonis Day. Yesterday was International Women's Day, and we came here to deliver to you the 2018 NFL Chiseled Adonis Awards. Last year, we only had 7 categories. This year, we increased it by 5. That's basic math. We are up to 12 categories for the 2018 Chiseled Adonis Awards. We got a couple of honorable mentions, but we are hopping right into it. The first award, the 2018 Chiseled Adonis Award for the Dreadlocks Play of the Year, along with the Dreadlocks MVP. It's gonna be combined together, but there's gonna be 2 different winners. As the Haitians would say, mélanger, Rosetta Stone, Haitian Creole, motherfucker. Here are the nominees.
Dreadlocks Play of the Year.
Up first, representing the Black Hole, we got Dwayne Harris on a magnificent 99-yard punt return touchdown. There's my fucking Gruden grinders. They can't stop our Gruden grinders. Representing for the Oakland Raiders. Fuck Khalil Mack, he's a fucking traitor. As he would represent the Gruden grinders out there for the Oakland Raiders. Take a look at the highlight.
Bobby Wadman on to punts away. So he drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris says, I'm going to play this because I can. And look at the return he gets. What a smart move by Harris as he gets free. How about it, Raider Nation? Wow.
Nominee number 2, Derrick Henry, representing the Tennessee Attack on Titans, rubbing his nutsack, that's foreshadowing, all over the Jacksonville Jaguars on a 99-yard touchdown run. That's back-to-back 99s, and we ain't talking about J.J. Watt or Warren Sapp. Here is the highlight.
Drive starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go 99 yards.
And finally, your reigning and defending undisputed Dreadlock MVP from the 2017 season, DeAndre Hopkins, on an absolute stupendous catch to lead to a game-winning field goal in overtime against the Dallas Cowboys. Look at the highlight.
It's the razzle-dazzle again.
Fake toss. Watson throws, caught, and this is Hopkins into Dallas territory. On his feet, look at that, a whirling dervish to the 27-yard line.
Unbelievable.
And an honorable mention was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen, where DeAndre Hopkins would open his Bible to Chronicles 13 verse 7, where he would showcase to the world that you can't stop, won't stop, the Lord our God has dreadlocks, as he would pull in this magnificent catch. But unfortunately, they called offensive pass interference, but it did not count. But still, take a look at this magnificent highlight.
3rd down and 8. Watson pass downfield, and what a catch.
Oh, God.
DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, but it's offensive pass interference. That's the call. Did he secure this catch? It may not count, but my gosh.
He caught. Hey, John.
Oh, my
He sure
God.
did.
Your 2018 Dreadlocks Play of the Year goes to Mr. Derrick Henry down there in Tennessee for rubbing his nutsack, imposing his will, and sending the entire Jacksonville Jaguars defense to the shadow realm. One of the greatest runs I've ever seen in my life, might I add. It rivaled Marshawn Lynch's Beastquake. He also has dreadlocks. If you don't know the power of dreadlocks, let the play showcase it to you. Convert to dreadlock-anity. It's not Christianity. It's not Judaism. It's not Mormonism. Is it even an ism? It doesn't matter. Convert to the dreadlocks. Your life will never be the same. It will only be glorious. No Bobby Roode. But still, your reigning, defending, undisputed two-time Dreadlocks MVP is DeAndre Hopkins. You simply could not try to contend with this man's numbers this year. The man was an absolute beast. Might I add, Julio Jones was also on his way in the nomination for possibly winning the 2018 Dreadlocks MVP, but DeAndre Hopkins simply could not be denied. He is your back-to-back Dreadlock MVP. We are moving to the next category.
Baptism Play of the Year.
When we talk about baptism play of the year, we're talking about absolutely demoralizing your opponent. I'm talking about baptizing individuals in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. I have to take off my glasses to show respect to the deceased because you absolutely took the souls. Sung, could it come to the football field and try to revitalize and steal the soul because the soul is no longer there. All right, Vance McDonald, Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, they absolutely murdered, somebody neutered, somebody bloodied, somebody decimated, somebody on the football field. Let's break down each and every single one of the plays. First and foremost, we'll start with Derrick Henry. You've already seen him rub his nutsack. That's foreshadowing all over the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Look at it once again.
Drive starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go 99 yards.
Up next, opening night of the 2018 NFL season, when people thought the Falcons could go somewhere this year. You saw Julio Jones take his hand and plant it inside the face mask of an Eagles defender. Word is in Philadelphia, when you try to get a helmet, you try to go buy a face mask, they all smell like the inside of Julio Jones' glove because he completely embarrassed a man. He lost his family on the football field. Take a look at the play.
On the first plays tonight, a little end around here. They give it to Jones. Can he get around the corner? He does. Has a first down and a few yards more.
Cloud's going to come up and right in the face. He didn't even get any.
And last but not least, we're going to have to go take a trip to Tampa Bay because you need to see what Chris Conte had happened to him from the hands of Vance McDonald. He picked him up, transferred him to the sideline. He upgraded his seat from on the field to off the field. Matter of fact, that should be categorized as getting your seat degraded. I don't know what happened, but he took the soul, he took the life, he took the family from Chris Conte, and he now can call himself Chris Conte's daddy. Take a look at this absolute abuse on the football field.
Easy first down, Vance McDonald, and he keeps his footing. Can he get there? 75-yard touchdown.
Watch him right here. McDonald, he's uncovered. He's on the backside. He's got that little corner route. What a stiff arm. Now, they've been waiting for him to get going. He's had an injury. Look at that. Right there.
Now, I wish I could say the selection for this particular award was tough because Derrick Henry had a stupendous run. Julio Jones' stiff arm was extremely phenomenal. Might I add, there was a stiff arm in, I believe it was a Super Bowl with C.J. Anderson, but he fumbled on the play. I can't give you no award with Butterfingers. There was some other great stiff arms during the year, but it was just something about Julio Jones' stiff arm on opening night to set the tone for the 2018 season that made me put him in there and usurp everybody else. However, the winner of the Baptism Award goes to Vance McDonald because you can't just lift a man out of his skin the way he did to Chris Conte and not get this award. Just look at what he did. He's pretty much Vegeta on the punching machine during the World Tournament saga in Dragon Ball Z. Absolutely brutal. If I was Chris Conte, I'm changing my name. You remember how Chad Johnson had to become Chad Ochocinco? Chris Conte, you need to become Gerald Ford. Well, that's a president, so you can't become Gerald Ford. Just change your name to something. Move to China, go somewhere into the mountains, become an albino. Hell, become an Eskimo. Strip yourself of your skin, be one of those people with reverse skin. Just start to live your life completely different because you're not allowed to come back on the football field after that man just took your manhood. We're moving on to the next category.
Goomba Transformation Award.
Now, when we talk about the Goomba Transformation Award, what we're talking about is a human being being transferred into absolute trash, all right? Because a ball carrier is leaping over the defender and making them sit there looking like a Goomba. When you play Mario, do you ever find yourself jumping on top of the Goombas? I can admit it's extremely fun, but for the most part, you like to jump over them as they continue to walk by like the unchiseled Adonis. Because when you do it in a game of football and you hurdle over somebody, you press triangle, you press the Y button. What happens is you got the defender sitting there watching as you go, looking like a bitch. And that's exactly what our nominees did. We're talking about Chris Carson, Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, that's right. We got a representation. We got them boys on the video. And the nominee, Saquon Barkley. We're talking Christian McCaffrey, Josh Allen, and also the man who shall not be named, but it is Kareem Hunt. Take a look at each and every single one of these here plays.
Anthony Barr coming up the middle, free safety. Gotta get it go.
Allen steps up.
Jumps over the defenders to pick up the first.
This is a freak play.
No way. Oh my.
Wow.
And you know, who did he jump over? He jumped over. Was it Barr?
It was Barr.
It was Barr.
Was in week 3. Here's Barkley. Somewhere to go. Unbelievable against 9.5. High hurdles. That's awfully good.
Back from the Chris Carson run. This was back low. Back in the third quarter, he the replay here. Flips over, sticks the landing.
Elliott. Big hole. Hurdle. Inside the 20. Loses his balance, but he gets
Contact is coming and absolutely nothing but the bottom of his
There's McCaffrey on the screen. Oh, he hurdles. Davis across midfield. That is finally forced. Wow. That's going to be on some highlights across the league.
Dillon up in the backfield. Little shovel pass. Caught by Hunt. The tackle of Roby. Hurdles him at the 5. Counted for a touchdown.
Some extremely impressive hurdles. You start with Josh Allen leaping over an individual, showing that white men can indeed jump. White women, you gotta catch up. Next, we had Chris Carson leaping and landing on his feet like some sort of cat. They say cats have 9 lives. Chris Carson has 2 C's in his name. Is it connected to cats? Absolutely not. But we're gonna say he's a cat because he landed on his feet. Saquon Barkley going left and right, sending defenders to the east, to the west, back to the east, back to the west in one of the greatest 9-yard runs I've ever seen in my life. Kareem Hunt hurdling over an individual, leaning foot first the same way he did to that harlot in the hotel. You also had Christian McCaffrey leaping over an individual, activating his blue eyes, white privilege, running down the field, showing
That's how a white man runs a football.
And finally, Zeke jumping over an individual, clearing his entire head. He caressed his helmet with his nutsack. And for that is why our Goomba Transformation Award will go to Ezekiel Elliott for his hurdling on Sunday Night Football against the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at that particular time. Now we know the throne has since gone back to New England in Foxborough, or I should say Star Foxborough, but we ain't talking about that right now. So Ezekiel Elliott, you are the winner of the 2018 Goomba Transformation Award. I'm sure SpongeBob has some words.
Yeah! What I tell you, our Dallas Cowboys are elite. And guess what? We may have won the Goomba Transformation Award this year. We gonna win it again next year. But we gonna win ourselves something else. You know what we gonna win? The Super Bowl! Because we gonna win all our preseason games. That's 4-0. Then we gonna win 16 regular season games. That's 16-0. Then we gonna win all 3 games in the postseason because we gonna have the first round bye. And then we gonna go win the Super Bowl. We damn boys! boys. We got Thick, Amari Cooper, DeMarcus Lawrence. When he signed the franchise tag, we may have lost Randy Gregory and David Irving because they both kinda stupid. But it don't matter because we gonna win despite not having any of them. NFC East champs, Super Bowl champs. Then we gonna tie the Steelers and the Patriots with 6 rings. Nobody's gonna stop us. We them boys. Hold my nuggets, suck my dick. Moment of the year.
Now this is one of my favorite awards because when you hear "Hold my nuggets, suck my dick," you know somebody just got embarrassed. And that's exactly what Nick Chubb, that's exactly what Adam Thielen, that's exactly what Saquon Barkley, that's exactly what Keelan Cole did to their opposition this particular year. Take a look at the highlights.
Spot next year. Give it to Saquon Barkley. Jumping over everybody. Touchdown.
From. Wow, he's at what, the 3-yard line?
3rd and 5. Wow, somehow, some way that is caught by Adam Thielen.
How do you defend that? P.J. Williams saying, what do I got to do? I'm literally in his face. You talk about coverage in his face. There it is.
And he's going to go to Chubb. And did he got? Yes, he did! Yes, he did! Chubb!
One safety back in the middle.
15. What a catch! Oh, wow!
I got it! And now let me bring it away from you. And let's just calmly come down. Look at that. That's the Odell Beckham catch.
Adam Thielen and Nick Chubb, just absolute embarrassment to what they did to their opposition. You can't catch the ball on somebody's back and then bring it to your arms and make it seem like you ain't just do that to that man. Come on now, that dude had a family. Not anymore. How does it feel to have somebody's appendage in your face mask? How does it feel to have a pelvic region grind upon your helmet? You came out here to play football, not to apply fellatio, but you found yourself in that position. Saquon Barkley dunking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's similar to what transpired last year with Cam Newton dunking on the top of, I believe it was Marcus Trufant. You can't just allow that to happen. You can't just dunk on people, but Saquon Barkley found a way to do it. However, my pick for the 2018 Hold My Nuggets, Suck My Dick winner is going to be Keelan Cole for what he did to Eric Rowe and the New England Patriots. Excuse me, the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Did you see how he went up with one hand, caught the ball all over Eric Rowe? Eric Rowe also got mossed in the damn Super Bowl last year, only to get mossed in week 2 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. As Little Duval would say, as they were playing down there in Jacksonville, he wasn't living his best life. What happened to him? Well, Eric Rowe, you was looking at Keelan Cole as he looked back at you and whispered in your ear, but from afar, hold my nuggets, suck my dick. All over the New England Patriots and Eric Rowe. Moving on to the next category.
Bird Box Referee Play of the Year.
Now this award right here, it got my blood boiling because when you talk about the Bird Box Challenge, when you talk about Stevie Wonder Awards, when you talk about the Helen Keller University graduates, oh, we're talking about the NFL refs because they've cost teams, they've cost players, they've cost fans the opportunity to truly enjoy the game because they're insignificant, incompetent, Machiavellian, unscrupulous, deceitful actions on the football field. Whether they're throwing a flag for something that shouldn't have been thrown, whether their lack of throwing a flag, them going to the review and overturning calls, or not even trying to review calls. The refs have got it wrong all year. I've only threw about 6 clips in there. I only did because we could have went 20, we could have went 35, but we don't need the damn video to be 2 hours long, so we condensed it down to 6 different videos. Alright, you just watch all the clips. I'm just gonna let it run in succession because I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated. The sweat, the perspiration is starting to show up in the corner of my hairline, which I'm going to the barbershop shortly after I finish shooting this. I'm not wearing a watch, but yeah, you know what time it is. Nonetheless, these goddamn referees screwed up the season. Here are the nominees.
There's Wentz.
Marshawn Lynch finally wrapped up by a quick whistle. Schobert. Marshawn not happy about it. He shouldn't be. Hey, we've all seen Marshawn Lynch. This is what Lynch did at the end of the play. This is a broken tie. That is a quick whistle.
He's in the backfield. We got movement up front. Everybody thought it was a false start. The pass is deep downfield. Travis Benjamin for the touchdown.
Watch the ball. Definitely. No question about it. That is...
Looking for that favorable matchup. Now trying to improvise on his own. And Breeze goes in zone, and it's incomplete, almost picked. But a flag is out. Hayden got a hand on it. But the flag is Hayden.
Where? Oh, I don't see much of one there. Do you, Jim?
Second down. Smith is decked. Oh, my. And a penalty. It's on Matthews again, and he can't believe it.
I want to see, is there helmet contact here? The helmet hits his shoulder, and that's what it is, from the neck up, from the shoulder pads. Earlier, and on a fourth down, he roughed Mitchell Trubisky. Here, he gets Kirk Cousins.
Wow. Long field goal.
Yeah.
And there is the spike. And 8 seconds on the clock.
Oh, the penalty stopped the clock, so they have their timeout.
Well, they just threw a flag here. Ron Torwich filling in. Patrick Mahomes knows the story.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 15. Spiked the ball, although the clock was not running. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. And lost it down. Second down.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I don't know, yeah.
Quick snap. Breeze. Pass is incomplete. No flag. Officials talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline.
Well, if Nikel Roby-Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby-Coleman.
Action for the Cowboys. Glad you're with us today on Fox. Jordan Lewis will bring it out. Cannot make it to the 20. Well played downfield. Eagles say the ball's out. And no indication of a fumble yet. Is this game going to start with a turnover? It stays with Dallas. And here's another look. Right now they're saying no fumble. And that ball's out.
It's definitely out. Now, a clean recovery. That ball was definitely coming loose before Jordan Lewis got to the ground.
See if Doug Peterson throws the challenge for
Now, as we all know, you have the blatant blowing the whistle far too early on the Marshawn Lynch. We saw it happen countless times throughout the entire season. Not just to Marshawn Lynch, but to countless different ball runners. You saw false starts not get called. You saw phantom pass interference calls. You saw the situation with Kansas City where they said, hey, you spiked the ball before the play clock started. That's going to be a 10-second runoff, but they have a timeout that you can elect to use the timeout as a substitute of the 10-second runoff, and the referees just so happen to end the half. But nothing comes close. Oh, before I even get into New Orleans and the Los Angeles play call, we still got the situation, the genjutsu of what happened with Dallas and Philly. You had a fumble, but somehow Dallas retains possession when they didn't even have the ball. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? It doesn't make any sense. It's as if somebody summoned a Gengar and used hypnosis, and all the referees don't know what's going on. But easily the most egregious call of the entire year, the NFC Championship. New Orleans has an opportunity to cement themselves into Super Bowl 53. We get to see a legendary matchup of Drew Brees taking on Tom Brady, New England Patriots taking on the New Orleans Saints. And what happens? Well, you have a pass going to Tommy Lee Lou. And what happened? The ball don't even make it to him because somebody tattooed him and had his body heading towards the east. But on your end, you see me point towards the west. Regardless, the referee's sitting there. I didn't see a thing. My eyes are not on. What flag did you see? There was no illegal hit in front of me. I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it. The goddamn referees, easily the referee Bird Box Player of the Year. It goes to the NFC Championship. Nothing was worse than that. But you gotta be kidding me. To every single one of those referees, I need you to do me a favor, all right? You can go and eat a dick, you goddamn assholes, ruining the goddamn season. Moving on to the next award.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
Clitoris alert. Big dummy of the year.
Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. First and foremost, I had to suspend the shooting so I could go and get myself a haircut. If you didn't notice, well, guess what? I just broke the goddamn wall, because that's what we do at Hold My Nugget Studios. But nonetheless, this ain't about me. What we talking about here is the big dummy nominees. We got Jaleel Addy of the Los Angeles Chargers. We got Odell Beckham of the New York Giants. We got Roosevelt Nix of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, we got Rob Gronkowski and pretty much the entire defense of the New England Patriots. Now I understand what you're gonna say. Why would you put Rob Gronkowski on the list? He don't even play defense. He's on offense. He had no business being out there. Let me ask you a question. You ever see Julio Jones out there when they send him out there on defense look like an absolute fool? Absolutely not. So I don't want to hear it. Here are all of your nominees' plays.
On January the 15th, the week between divisionals and the NFC Championship game.
Oh, they run the fake. The fake is short with Nix. The Saints stop him. What a call. My gosh, with 4 minutes to go. Nix thinks he has it. He's celebrating. But the Saints converge. He's short.
10 seconds left. Tannehill will throw it. And this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Oh, Kenyon Drake! A miracle! Miraculous in Miami! To Parker, to Drake. A lateral heard round the world.
Unbelievable. Stills with a perfect lateral here. Gets it to Parker, then Parker to Drake, and from 50 yards away, he's going to run through the entire Patriot defense. And you're right, look at Gronkowski stumble. He was the safety. Fantastic.
The laterals were legal.
You'd think this is two-down territory for the Broncos with not much to lose. That pass batted up and intercepted. Jaleel Adai there for the Chargers. The little foot, that's a live football. And Denver will get it back. It's your career, but the Broncos get it back.
Yeah, Keenum is trying to fit this ball right in between Hayes Pillard and Adrian Phillips. And Pillard with a great break on the ball. And Jaleel Adai is right there to catch it, but that is a terrible decision right there. You've got to be so much smarter and understand the circumstances. You just had a big play that took the Broncos out of scoring situation, and now you give Case Keenum another chance.
Fumble recovered by the original offense. It'll be 1st and 10. Denver's football.
Beckham back deep. 3 receptions today. His first punt return was 15 yards. 9 yards longer than any other return by a Giant on a punt return this season. Ball is loose, bouncing into the end zone. And it's a Panthers touchdown. Recovered in the end zone by Colin Jones. The kicking team cannot advance a muff, but I'm not sure this would fall into that category.
No one ever possessed the football. There's zero possession. All right, the ball ends up hitting the ground, and now it's a total free-for-all.
Now the ball was bouncing around in the end zone.
See, right there where Beckham's coming over trying to knock DJ Moore off of the play, and then Jenkins doesn't have it. He picks it up. Ball's knocked out of his hands. Apple dives for it. He can't get it. And there's Colin Jones, number 42 out of TCU, diving on the football.
Before I announce the winners for the award, let's just break down each individual involved in every single play. First and foremost, the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's just rewind the clock to 2006. Remember that AFC divisional round playoff game where Marty Schottenheimer told his Chargers defenders, when you catch the game-winning interception, just go to the ground. Because with that way, we'll secure the ball and we'll win the game. And what did they do? Well, they caught the interception and then this happened.
Schottenheimer emphasized right before the game.
Make sure now when you get the interception at the end of the game that wins it, you just go down on the ground and the hell with all that running around, all right?
And he throws in, he's intercepted for the third time. And the ball comes out. Troy Brown reached in there and knocked the ball loose. Can you believe it? New England recovers.
And how ironic that over a decade later, the exact same team, although they're not playing against the same team, the situation may be different, but the team that is playing is the same, the position is the same, and what do we have here? Jaleel Addy catches the interception, and the man got but Butterfingers can't hold on to it, you dummy. Then, Odell Beckham, what are you doing? First of all, what you punt returning for? I understand the man's dynamic, you got him back there, but if you know you're not going to go receive the kick, what you going to go run over there and involve your toe into the ball business? Are you into some sort of ball busting fetish that they have out there in the BDSM? What's your hand or what's your foot touching the ball for? What's wrong with you? Then the people over there looking as if they transition from male to female, transgender, they can't hold on to the ball, it goes into the end zone, it's recovered by the Panthers. Let's move on to the next play. You had Gronkowski on defense who could not make a defensive play. Now I know what you're gonna say. Well, he doesn't play defense. He got no business being out there. Listen, at the end of the day, you are an athlete. You played football, and I'm pretty sure every single person who's in the NFL has played both ways once or twice in their careers. May not have been in the NFL, but in their football careers, whether it's been Pop Warner, high school, or college, they have played both ways at one point, and I'm sure you know how to take an angle to make a tackle. Because let me point something out to you. When Julio Jones is sent out to go play defense, you ever see this man get bopped? You ever see this man not be in a position to make the play or actually go out there and look absolutely embarrassing out there? Absolutely not. But easily the winner of this award goes to Roosevelt Nix out there in Pittsburgh in the game against the New Orleans Saints where the man thought he got the first down when he clearly did not. Let me point something out to you. This man participates in the Stevie Wonder. Clearly participates in the Stevie Wonder challenge. Because this, if you took the eyes out of his head, you put it at the first down marker, and you told him to find his eyes, he wouldn't be able to find it. You might as well cut the damn iris out of his eye sockets because he don't need them. How can you think you got the first down, then to run down the field and drop the ball and teardrop it as if we're gonna get the first down, only to find out that you didn't? You are the biggest dummy of them all. You're already bald, so I ain't gonna tell you to shave your head, but the rest of the hair on your body, take the razor, shave off your eyebrows. I want you to look like you're suffering from alopecia. You gonna go out here, you lost whatever race card that you had. You're an albino. You have no more nationality. You was born in America. Guess what? You're no longer American. You were born in the Atlantic Ocean. You have no sort of ties to anybody. That's how I feel about you, because you are the woo clitoris alert big dummy 2018 Chiseled Adonis champion, you big idiot. Now, moving on to the next category.
10 Toes Down Challenge Play of the Year.
Now, when we talk about submitting your application to the 10 Toes Down competition, we're talking about that toe drag swag, as Nate Burleson would say. I'm talking about being able to get the Tony toe tap going, as Antonio Brown would say. You got to make those beautiful sideline catches, back of the end zone catches, front of the end zone catches. Find ways to keep your toes down and get the ball inbounds and complete the catch. That's exactly what Jared Cook, exactly what Cole Beasley, Juju Juju Smith-Schuster and Doug Baldwin were able to do on these 4 plays of the season. Here are your nominees.
Into the end zone. And it is no. Open and Ben missed it. Or did he?
Yeah, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
Prescott, pressure from Gruden, spins away, looking, throwing, going end zone. Incomplete.
And the upper part of him goes down. Is that knee going? Look at that right there. He's down.
That's a catch.
That should be a touchdown, folks. We're going to take it
down to pick up play. Wilson floats it. Pass is caught for the first down by Baldwin. Good, and let's watch. Brilliant call. Unbelievable catch by Doug Baldwin.
For your screen. Carr looking end zone for Cook. He's open. Did he get it in bounds? Yes, he did. There is a flag down, but if it stands, it's a touchdown.
Too softly. Look at that, one-handed, pulls it down, gets the seat down, the feet go up. Everything is reviewed.
Somebody need to go check the ancestry of Jared Cook, because I think he might be related to Michael Jackson. Did you see the way he was able to stay in bounds? He's a smooth criminal. First off, I don't know how the hell his ankles did not snap. The way his body was going and him stopping his feet from going out of bounds. Somebody need to go check to see if he had vibranium in his cleats or something, because that don't make no goddamn sense. Next, he had Doug Baldwin making this stupendous catch in the postseason, so that amplifies, you know, the magnitude of the catch. You saw the turf coming up off the floor. Oh, come on, man. You can't just mess up somebody's stadium grounds like that. It was phenomenal to look at. Then you got Cole Beasley. I know some people are going to ask, how can somebody be a nominee for the 10 Toes Down Challenge and they didn't even submit any toes? He used the knee. Well, in football, 10 toes is equivalent to 1 knee or 1 hip or 1 cheek of your buttocks. But he found a way to stay in bounds, more importantly to close out the season for the Dallas Cowboys, regular season that is, and defeat the New York Giants. It was a pivotal catch in the game, but for me, the best catch, or I should say the 10 Toes Down Challenge winner, would have to be Juju Smith-Schuster. Did you see the dexterity and the ability to, you know, contort his body, to have the ball and the trajectory of the ball going extremely high for Big Ben to try to avoid the defense? Juju tipping it to himself, then turning his body, making a darn near pirouette to keep his toes in bounds and add the dramatic effect going to the ground. You gotta be kidding me. Absolute stupendous catching for that. That is why he's the 10 Toes Down champion for 2018. I would do the shoot dance, but I can't do it. I'm an old man. I may be 24, my body is 63. I need the WD-40 in my knees in order to get that sort of motion with my lower extremities. I don't know what the deal is, but we're not talking about me right now. We're moving on to the next category.
Exposed Nutsack Play of the Year.
Now, when we talk about exposing Nutsack Award, we're talking about somebody exposing their left testicle, their right testicle, and dragging it upon the faces of their opposition. We're talking about Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry once again, and Curtis Samuel. Take a look at these nominees, because I'm telling you right now, it's like playing Gears of War, playing Call of Duty, getting killed, and somebody taking that knee and teabagging your damn corpse, because that's what I felt like the defenses felt like during these plays. Take a look at your nominees.
Setting up the screen for Barkley. Blocking in front, first down and more into Eagle territory. Still going. Incredible. Incredible. Wow. Drive starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards.
Tampa Bay. Off the fake to McCaffrey. Moore pitches it back to Samuel. Newton leading the way for Curtis Samuel. Cuts it back inside. Samuel still on his feet. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. What a play.
Curtis Samuel was out there doing the damn cha-cha slide. It was reverse all goddamn day, all over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Then Saquon Barkley, it was as if he was playing Uno. He done drew 4, he drew 2, reversed back to him, hit the spin move, started playing. It looked as if this man was playing Madden on rookie mode back in 2006 against a 6-year-old boy who don't know how to tackle. Just going back and forth, leaping over people, breaking other people's ankles. Had he went in for the score, he would have easily gotten this award, but there was no denying. Just like the Dreadlocks Play of the Year, it had to go to Derrick Henry, because I'm telling you right now, if you go to Jacksonville and you just... It smells like Derrick Henry's nutsack. They were in Tennessee. The crowd was going absolutely crazy, but somehow the nutsack smell transferred to Jacksonville as well. In Tennessee, it seems as if there's pubic hair of Derrick Henry all over the place. He manscaped on that Thursday night football game all over the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Let me tell you something. Had I been Leon Jacobs, AJ Boye, Miles Jack, I might just have to call that suicide hotline. I might just have to go to the public records and change my name, as I alluded to earlier. I might just have to, maybe I'm not feeling so good as a man, I might have to become a woman. You can't live life the way that you once lived, because this man just did that to you. Your Madden character don't need to exist no more. I've said it countless times. Lower their attributes. Release them from the teams that they at right now. You got no team. Cut them out of whatever race they might be. Cut them out of their gender as well. Take away their appendage. Mutilation. You don't get to be anything in this world. Matter of fact, when you die, I hope you reincarnate as a zucchini. You are an inanimate object. Matter of fact, you know, zucchinis actually, they grow and shit. Let's just say you came back as a steel pipe that's being used as a dildo at a homosexual club. Alright, that's what your life is gonna be, because if somebody does that to you, you don't wanna live no more. But the Exposed Nutsack Award goes to Derrick Henry for that stupendous 99-yard touchdown run on Thursday Night Football all over the Jacksonville Jaguars. On to the next category.
Gruden Grinder of the Year. Ain't my fucking Gruden Grinders. They may be your Gruden Grinders, but they ain't my Gruden Grinders. You know who's my Gruden Grinder? Antonio Brown. Now, he's a real Gruden Grinder.
Shut up, John. You're upset that there's some real Gruden Grinders for a different team. You're upset they couldn't Gruden Grind for you. But you got yourself a new Gruden Grinder, so congratulations on that. But nonetheless, our Gruden Grinders nominees for this season, we got Khalil Mack, we got Cordero Patterson, we got Amari Cooper, Sebastian Janikowski. I can never pronounce Patterson's first name the right way. I always say it different every single time, but nonetheless, there's some real Gruden Grinders. Here are their plays of the year.
Here it is. And this kick is going to be good, and the Seahawks win it.
And the Seahawks win it.
And that's it. The Seattle Seahawks.
Redskins have a chance to kind of knock Dallas out, so to speak. Prescott throws over the middle. Pass is caught by Cooper. Breaks loose. No flags on the field. Cooper inside the 10. Touchdown.
It's 3rd and 19. And this time he's going to go down. It's going to be picked off by Mack. Mack with the interception. And Mack will take it all the way in for a touchdown. How crazy was that?
The 6-year veteran formerly with Carolina and Philadelphia. From the 5, Patterson. Patterson. He's got track level speed. Patterson is gone. 95 yards, Cordero Patterson. Touchdown.
Now that's some tough competition. All 4 players found their way into the postseason. Janikowski 3 game-winning kicks, but a pulled hamstring in the wild card round. Patterson took one back for a touchdown and ended the season with a Super Bowl ring. Cooper led the Cowboys in receiving for them. But NFC East champions found their way into the divisional round and is going to be a pivotal part of them boys moving forward. But without question, there was no one better out of these 4 than Khalil Mack, because every single time he got on the field, he would show why he was better than the entirety of the Oakland Raiders defense. I mean, if you compare the stats, he's almost there. If he was a defense by himself, he'd probably only be ranked maybe 2 things underneath the damn Oakland Raiders. Had he played the entirety of the season and didn't miss 2 games and was non-existent for maybe about 2 outside of that when he was playing and he was still hurt, this man could have had better stats across the board than the Oakland Raiders. So, because I'm not gonna make a compilation for it, why don't we just do it one last time? Hit the music!
Genjutsu of the year.
I'm trying so hard to keep it together, but I simply can't. Because how you rage quit in real life, how you leave and retire at halftime. Could you imagine? I wish there was footage inside the locker room to cover what happened with Vontae Davis. Could you imagine they giving a pep talk, trying to get the people, you know, the emotions going, get ready for the second half? Hey, Vontae, what you doing? Nah, man, I just had to go take a shower real quick. I don't know what happened. The sweat feels a little bit weird. I'm having a cold sweat. I didn't really play in the second quarter, but somehow I'm still sweating. So I feel like I gotta go take a shower. What you taking all your pads off for? You can just clean up about. No, I'll be right back. No, don't worry about me. I'll see you guys out there. I'll see you out there. Yeah, what was it? We covered 2 the first drive. I got you, coach. I got you, coach. I'll be right back.
I wish I could stay, but you guys suck and Sanctum is unguarded.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
What happened to my hands? Sponsored by Butterfingers.
Now, when we ask the question, what happened to my hands? And also the Butterfingers, you gotta be a complete nincompoop because it's your job to be able to catch the football and hold on to the football, but you let it go off your own doing. It's not like somebody came, oh, they broke up the pass. You just simply can't catch or carry the football. That's what happened with James Conner. That's what happened with Julio Jones. That's what happened with Alshon Jeffrey. That's what happened with J.J. Nelson. Martavis Bryant, what is wrong with you guys, you nincompoops? Take a look at the highlights.
She broke up the pass. Off the play fake to Martin. Hard fires downfield. Bryant wide open.
To get this off for the 2-minute warning. A little surprise. Foles back, throws. Intercepted. It went right through Jeffrey's hands. It's Lattimore.
In this first half. Final 25 seconds. Ryan throws underneath Jones using the speed. Julio across the 20. Ball is out. It's free. And the Saints recover.
Remember, they go 4 deep basically on this team.
Conner on the screen pass. Middle of the field. All kinds of room. Ball comes out of his hands. Conner tried to get back to it in time.
We're about to find out today for Rodgers. Montgomery decides to bring it out, and the ball is loose. Rams say they have the ball as Montgomery spits it up, and it's LA football. Just a decision alone by Montgomery, deep in his own end zone, knowing you're going to spend time off the clock to get you the 2-minute warning, and you're nowhere close to the 25, and now give it away.
Yeah, and Ramik Wilson, it was hard to tell exactly if he just reached in there and yanked it out, if he punched it out, or if the ball just simply came loose. But what a turn of events for the Green Bay Packers, and not giving Aaron Rodgers an opportunity at that moment.
I would have loved to make a case for everybody, but there's simply no worse what happened to my hands moment than Alshon Jeffrey in the playoff game. I mean, he single-handedly dropped the Eagles' chances of going to the NFC Championship. Granted, there's a lot of different factors that happen in the game, and one isolated play is not responsible for what transpired. But without question, the man had Nick Foles driving down the field, and Alshon Jeffrey butterfingers all over his hands. Hey, what's your favorite chocolate? Oh, I love Hershey's. Are you sure? Nah, my favorite chocolate's butterfingers, because he can't hold on to the football. Orochimaru versus the third Hokage. You may have killed him, but what happened to my hands? You can't hold on to the football. What's the purpose of them making all them sticky gloves if you can't catch it? Moving on to the next and final category of the 2018 Chiseled Adonis Awards.
Nick Folk Legacy Award.
I know what you're thinking. Where's Daniel Carlson? Where's Zane Gonzalez? Well, after their week 2 debacle, when they both got signed again, Gonzalez to the Cardinals, Daniel Carlson to the Raiders, they actually had decent seasons. So I decided, you know what? They're not going to be a part of this because they were able to turn a new leaf. Mason Crosby, he had that terrible game against the Detroit Lions, but he found a way to bounce back, and then he had a terrible kicking performance against the Cardinals, which ultimately, kicked the Packers out of the playoffs. Granted, they probably weren't going to make it anyway, but I think that's what put the nail in the coffin. There was no denying what Chris Boswell did this season. Don't even get me started on it. And for the Bears fans and football fans around the world, Cody Parkey obsession with the uprights, it simply could not be denied. And you're probably wondering to yourself, why is Nick Folk's face on here? Well, because even in the AAF, Nick Folk finds a way to miss kicks. Look at the highlights. You know what, Mason Crosby, I'll cut you some slack, because he had years of excellence, and then this year decided to stink up the joint in isolated games. So, alright. Cody Parkey, you were hitting more bars than an alcoholic. Alright, Chris Boswell, you're missing more kicks than Foot Locker after Black Friday. And Nick Folk, you're in the AAF, and just when you thought you could avoid the roasting, I think Jigsaw needs to stay on the sideline every time you line up for a field goal. Because if you miss, maybe they should threaten to amputate your goddamn foot. Now, they usually only one winner for each one of these awards, but for something in my soul is telling me that they're gonna have to split it down the middle, because Nick Folk cannot be separated from the legacy that he created, because it's his fault that all these field goals keep going to shit. I don't care what nobody says, because before week 5 of the 2017 NFL season, kickers were missing kicks, but nobody was missing kicks at the accuracy that Nick Folk was missing kicks. And all of a sudden, every kicker who lines up to kick, bunch of Pokemon sailing the ball wide to the left and wide to the right. So there's going to be 3 winners of the Nick Folk Legacy Award, and I just want Cody Parkey, Chris Boswell, and Nick Folk to come on down. I want you to get a little bit close. Turn the volume up in your ears. Turn the dial to the right so it's at maximum volume, because I want to tell you a little special message from my heart and football fans' hearts around the world. It's just a few couple of words that is going to be put together, a conglomerate of a phrase. You're in close? Can you hear me? Make sure your family's in the room, because I want them to hear me deliver the message to you. Every single one of you. Get in close. Open your ears. Feel it in your hearts, because I want all 3 of you guys to put your motherfucking head back down. You goddamn bums. But that has been your 2018 Chiseled Adonis Awards. I am headed back to the Shadow Realm, where I don't have to deal with the Nick Folks of the world. Unfortunately, the AAF Week 5 is starting momentarily, so I might just have to deal with Nick Folk. If he misses another kick, I might just have myself an aneurysm. Might have diarrhea of the mouth. I can't live like this, but I have been the host, your CEO, the founder of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated. We on the West Wing in Hold My Nuggets Studios, and I am the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. I hope you have enjoyed the awards as I have enjoyed making it to the Shadow Realm. I go.
What the hell wrong with them? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with it?
So what's on? Hold my nuggets. Suck my dick.